Hey, what's up, people? This is Julian Photo Fit, and the title of this video, like you read, is how I started my videography company. Now, this may come as a shock to some people, but I'm a photographer second and a videographer first. See? Now, I gotta give a little history like I always do, so bear with me as I go back. Back in 2006, I bought my first digital camera. It was a Sony. It cost me about $145. And, you know, it was just a point and shoot. It wasn't really a DSLR or anything like that. And I started out making YouTube videos. So the gap between when I actually got the camera and when I started making YouTube videos was about 2009, since YouTube started in 2006 or something like that. So back then I had this laptop computer that I've got from my mom. It was hers, but I started to use it for a while with my camera and I started editing. Now, the editing program I had was Cyberlink Power Director. I don't know where I even got this from, but it probably was bootleg. And because I knew I didn't pay for it, I don't think. So I started editing video, putting text on stuff, and that's where my journey from editing video started from. Now, fast forward to 2016. Now, I got to refer to an old video that I recorded previously a couple weeks ago, how I got evicted and fired from a job. When I was in this job at Marshall's, I did buy the camera. I was in school for like computer science or something like that. I hated that course. I hated it. And I just was, taking pictures and just taking videos just for fun. But it was a DSLR camera. And, I just had it just trying to emulate what I seen on YouTube, because I was trying to be a big YouTuber at the time. And, I thought I needed a camera to, help with that. Now, fast forward a bit, when I actually went to go visit Charmaine in Canada for the first time. I had the camera and I took pictures of her and took pictures of Canada. And, I didn't know what I was doing. I was in manual mode the whole time. So it wasn't professional, but it looked good. And I thought it looked good. She thought it looked good, So after that, came back home, still was trying to figure it out, do the whole YouTube thing. Then I wound up getting fired from my job. So being fired from my job, I looked at this camera and said, okay, I can make money from this. Now, that was just wishful thinking and being naive, didn't have the knowledge of what business was or having a business and how to even work the camera properly. I didn't know what aperture, ISO, or shutter speed was. I was just shooting in manual. So I found out you had to shoot in manual. And what I did the summer of 2016, I really researched and practiced the whole summer on how to figure out what this camera could do. And it really was an obsession. And I feel like if you really want something, you have to obsess over it. You have to learn everything you can, and not just doing it for the money, because that, there's no passion in that. You won't get all the mechanics of what you need to know about just filmmaking in general and videography and editing. So I had a little bit of background in editing, but I always shot with a point and shoot camera. So moving into this camera, it really helped mold me and to be able to create things for clients. So what I did to get people to actually spend money with me, I would go downtown Philadelphia, turn on the camera and shoot some stuff, shoot some people running around in the sprinklers, or just anything I could just film. So I moved from that. I told people that I was accepting clients with that footage and made a little video for them. And, I don't know if it really translated to making people spend money with me, but I guess it put it in people's mind that I actually used the camera and did video. So I'm pretty sure that wasn't really working to get me clients. So what I did was I met other photographers, other videographers, and offered them free promotion for their business. So in doing that action, I can have portfolio work to show clients and say, hey, I can shoot video and edit. Look, so that really did help me out. And I did get a couple connections and a couple referrals that people that needed video for book signings. But of course, I made rookie mistakes for a couple, early clients, but I corrected those and I learned from my mistakes. Now, fast forward to 2018. My company name is King Carpe Visuals. Back then it was like King Carpe. I didn't have the entire vision for the name yet. Carpe Diem is just, seize the day, so I use that partially in my name, put a K on it, and king because I have a king state of mind. Like I have, you look at yourself in a certain light, so why not look at yourself as a king? And I checked the government website in PA to see if that name was available, and of course it was. I think I'm good at picking names, like unique names, so it was available, and I filled out everything to claim the name and had to pay about $165 to register the business name. Then I got information about getting an EIN number also, and that was free. So I really established my stuff in 2018. Now, in having my LLC, I still didn't know how to run a business, meaning making money to profit, but paying bills first. It's like that concept was very new to me, and it is still a challenge to this day if you're not bringing in a lot of clients. And now in 2020, I'm still learning, and I'm still trying to pass off what I learned to people out there on the internet. And to take something away from this chat, just go for what you love. If you love videography, photography, you go for it. You also learn everything you can learn about it. And don't be afraid to learn from other photographers and videographers, because they're your peers. And I think that's a good thing. And I believe in collaboration over competition. Because I see too often people trying to entice clients by charging less. And it's not about that. It's what your work is worth, because our job is hard. We put in a lot of work to run around with a camera, pick the right shots, cut it all together for a 30-second video when I just shot 5 hours of footage. That is not an easy task. That is a tedious task. And I think you should definitely charge what you're worth. Oh, and don't be afraid to hire your peers too, because if you know someone can shoot great composition and maybe edit, you want them on your team, or you want to put money in their pocket so they could actually help you, because it's a collaborative effort and not just a one-man band. And I promised myself in 2019 that I would stop shooting shoots by myself. I always have at least one team member with me. They don't work for me, but I use them, they're freelancers, so I pay them to work with me. So it is what it is. We all eat, we all grow in this industry, and we all be successful. That's just the plan. All right, I'm gonna end it with that. Like, comment, and subscribe. No real outro. All right, y'all. Peace.